All right, welcome to another Digital Samba release notes walkthrough. Today I am in Palma de Mallorca. Look at this cathedral, amazing space. We'll be looking at Digital Samba 6.1.3 today. It's a little bit noisy around here, so I hope the noise cancellation of Final Cut Pro is worth its money. Come join me. We're sitting in a cafe today, have some agua con gas and some patatas, and let's get stuck right in. Cool, so let's have a look at what Digital Samba 6.1.3 has for us. Let's dive into those release notes, and we'll get started with a couple of things, just like a quick overview. So on the one hand, we have a new way to add custom virtual backgrounds via the SDK, something that has come as a feature request from our customers. Typically, when you embed Digital Samba, you'll probably have some kind of administration screens or some kind of a backend where your users might be able to configure their virtual backgrounds somewhere outside of Digital Samba. They might want to bring in some corporate virtual backgrounds, or just basically, even generate something via Gen AI. You can now bring those into a Digital Samba room with just a small code snippet, and I'll show you exactly how that's done. And also, we have a way to control the duration of recording links that you share with other people via the dashboard. This is a small but important update that I'll run you through. And then there's a couple of bug fixes. So I think today we'll be able to get through everything relatively quickly. I think we'll start with the recordings feature, since that's the easiest. I'll jump over into my dashboard. And as you can see over here, this is just my recordings list, which you have access to via your dashboard as well. And now when you share a recording, so basically when you choose the copy link function, you now have a little modal which allows you to choose whether the link should be valid for 24 hours, 3 days, or 7 days before the link expires. And again, if you're sharing something outside of your organization, you might want to have a little bit more control. Previously, we urged towards the conservative, meaning the link was only valid for 24 hours, which many people thought was too short. So we're now giving you an option to choose between 3 days and 7 days. And now when I click copy link, this link is copied into my clipboard, and when I open this in a new tab, you can see this plays back in my browser, and is now available for up to 7 days according to the setting that I chose. So that's the new copy link functionality. Before we go further, just a quick reminder that you can find our release notes on www.digitalsamba.com/release-notes. Subscribe over there and get updates directly into your inbox. All right, let's continue. Okay, great. So next, let's have a look at how we can add custom virtual backgrounds into Digital Samba via the SDK. Basically, there's a short description over here. So let's dive straight in and visit our documentation. If you don't know this, you should probably have a quick look at it, but I'll jump straight down to the relevant part, which is the new virtual backgrounds configuration section. You can see that when you create your constant for Samba frame and basically create the control, you now have a new section for room settings and specifically the virtual backgrounds section. There are two parts. One is a collection, which allows you to add a series of virtual backgrounds. They can be of 3 types: blur, image, or video, and the parameters are described in detail over here. We'll go through all of this in the demo now. And below, there is another option to replace the default virtual backgrounds that come pre-packaged with Digital Samba, which you may or may not want to use. You can either extend our set, or you can completely replace them with your own. So let's go jump into a demo. Here's something that, a demo that I've been working on. I do this within Glitch, an online IDE. And let's have a look. On the right-hand side is what we're building. On the left side is our source code. So you can see here, this is where I create the control. I currently only pass in a token. And let's have a look what this looks like in the default state. So I haven't made any changes yet. If I now show our toolbar and then pop on the settings, then go to virtual background, you will see that all the Digital Samba virtual backgrounds are displayed. And of course, I can select from those. However, if I now add this new piece of source code, which I have pre-prepared, but I'll talk you through it, no worries. You can see that I have added 4 new custom backgrounds. I give them 4 individual IDs. It's important that these are important. And then I choose the type. In these 2 first cases, it's image. In the third case, it's a video. In the fourth case, it's a blur for us to be able to walk through all of these. We've got 1 of each type. Let's have a look at the image type first. Basically, what I've done here is I've set it to image. I have added a value. So typically, this is going to be sitting somewhere on your CDN or somewhere within your application. It's basically just a PNG file that's sitting somewhere else that I want the user to be able to use as their virtual background. You can optionally also set a custom thumbnail, but I didn't do this for this particular case. And then you give it a label. In this case, I'm calling this Samba Red because that's exactly what it is. And then the user will be able to see this as an alt text, also for screen readers and so on. This is important. Similarly for custom BG2, we are setting a blue background image. And for custom BG3, I'm using the video type. So here I've simply added an MP4 file. And in this case, it's important to also add a thumbnail because the user, when he selects the different virtual backgrounds that are available, he needs to select from the grid that I showed you just a second ago. And I give it the label Ocean, which is a bit of a giveaway of what this is going to be. And finally, custom BG4, we have blur type. And here I think the 2 parameter options are balanced and strong. I went for balanced and I give it, let's call it blur. Balanced blur, why not? Good. So that's it. And as you can see, I've also set this replace virtual backgrounds parameter to true, meaning that it's going to completely knock out the default virtual backgrounds that Digital Samba comes with and instead load yours. All right, let's see if this worked. I'll initiate my conference. I will show our toolbar. I'll choose the settings, and then over here, virtual background, you now see these new virtual backgrounds. And when I select them, they work exactly as you might expect. I choose blur, and finally, here's the video. It's a subtle movement, but yes, the ocean is moving behind me. So it's a very nice way to work with virtual background images. And yeah, so that's virtual backgrounds via the custom SDK methods. I hope you enjoy them and let us know what you build with them. All right, so those were the most important features. Now let's have a look. There's also a couple of bug fixes. I think the most important ones are there were some issues with our picture-in-picture mode. So if you're using that, then the way we showed other users' videos within picture-in-picture mode was not working the way we wanted it to anymore. You were actually seeing another user's screen instead of the other user's videos. And I think that's actually the most important part of picture-in-picture mode, is that you can see the other users' videos while you are sharing your screen. So that's been reinstated and works properly now. And we've also added some fixes to the way YouTube videos are restarted after collapsing and expanding the tile, which again, it just makes the platform a little bit more intuitive to use. Okay, so that's it. Cool. I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun doing a bit of coding with you, checking out our SDK virtual backgrounds, and of course, the new recording duration feature. And I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. It's hot here. I wish you a great summer. See you.